Elon Musk has announced his new plot to take over the American government. By a factor of 2 to 1, you want a new political party and you shall have it. When it comes to bankrupting our country with waste and graft, we live in a one-party system, not a democracy. Today, the America Party is formed to give you back your freedom. Now, Elon has actually explained his plot to take over the country already. One way to execute on this would be to laser focus on just 2 or 3 Senate seats and 8 to 10 House districts. Given the razor-thin legislative margins, that would be enough to serve as a deciding vote on contentious laws, ensuring that they serve the true will of the people. He also suggested this right here: without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House, and Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. Such ingratitude. Meanwhile, Trump is saying things like maybe Elon would probably have to close up shop and head back home to South Africa. Yeah. So, if he were to get these razor-thin margin, laser focus, these exact numbers, and he becomes the deciding vote in the House and Senate, any disagreement between Democrats and Republicans, his party would decide. And who's deciding how his party votes? Elon. So, the big, beautiful bill, Elon would decide if it existed. Other contentious issues such as, do we impeach and remove Donald Trump as president? Elon would be the deciding vote. It's very interesting. Now, he does think he has the power to do this, right? He really does. He believes he decided the House, the Senate, and the presidency, okay? He thinks he has this power. Another thing that might have decided him to actually announce he's going to do this is the big, beautiful bill is so bad that multiple Republicans voted for it and then announced they are quitting. No longer up for re-election or resigned. They know it's going to hurt their local district. Those local districts now become a target because Elon would not be targeting the left. The left is not going to vote for Elon, not after how he's buddied up to Trump and how he's been so involved. But there are people on the right that are tiring of Trump. They're tiring of the nonsense, the tariffs, and a lot of big money, big businesses do not like the direction the country is going. They would feel safer if all of this was toned down. If there were more checks and balances in the Supreme Court is limiting what he gets, but if Elon works with the Democrats to limit Trump's power, or just doesn't work with Trump on something that would, in his mind, hurt American businesses, Elon would have that control. I think this is possible. Not super likely to succeed. I mean, it's hard to get people to vote for a different party, but I think it's theoretically possible, especially if he really does razor focus. Like, you have to think about it. There are House districts where there are more cows than people. If he can razor thin focus on these small communities, throw money around, throw business opportunities around, will he be able to win a few districts? Possibly. We saw what he was able to do with his big, lavish, I'm going to give away X amount of dollars in multiple states. We saw what he was able to accomplish there. What if he's targeting communities that are going to be extraordinarily hurt by the big, beautiful bill? What if he specifically targets communities that thought Trump was going to help them, that help didn't come, and now a new savior Elon comes in, he's probably not going to push his America Party as anti-Trump. He'll push as, we are going to streamline Trump. We are going to streamline the Republicans. And that might be a narrative that works. This also has the ability to possibly backfire. Because if it splits the votes too much, if he targets the wrong districts, he could sway these razor-thin legislative margins to the Democrats. Now, you might be thinking, that is a massive loss for Elon. But is it? Is it a major loss for Elon if he thinks Trump is doing things that are going to hurt his business? Is it really a negative for Elon if the Democrats come in and re-enable things to help EVs, electric vehicles? Is it really a negative to Elon? Or is he going to use this as an example for 2028 and say, hey, here's what happens when you go against me. The Democrats are going to win the presidency if you don't work with me, and try to regain that power in a post-Trump era. Just thought I would do a video talking about him putting it out there. It could all be bluster. He could give up on it. You never know with Elon, but this could start taking shape earlier than you might think, because 2026, it's creeping up on us. An election's creeping up on us. People are resigning. And if he's serious about this, he needs to start picking out candidates, or maybe find some of those Republicans that are sitting there thinking about resigning or retiring and saying, hey, how about instead you just swap parties? Then it becomes a lot easier to take over these razor-thin margins in the House and Senate if the people running for his party are already the previous representative for that district. Going to be interesting, because he can just throw money around. It'd be really funny if the end result of this is bipartisan efforts to restrict the amount of money that can be thrown into the election because neither side wants Elon to do this. That would be a possibility. But if there's not as much money being thrown around, then the representatives aren't getting as much for their campaigns, and I don't think they want that. Just putting it out there as something to think about. Something that exists, and if you see the America Party, or someone swaps to the America Party, or you see an ad for the America Party, or talk of how the America Party is targeting some really small random district, you know what's going on. It is part of Elon's plan. Elon's plan because he is tired of Donald Trump.